Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty indeed. What's going on, everybody? It's Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews here on YouTube. Guys, welcome to the stream tonight. And a huge shout out to Bus7332, already starting us off with a super chat donation. Bus, I appreciate that as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, we're filing into the chat room right now. It looks like everything is updating as we go. You guys are going to see a whole bunch of you that are here. We were actually just chatting in the lobby, actually, which was actually kind of fun. 5 minutes before, usually about 7:55 or so. Let's see who we've got here in the chat before we get started officially. And just in case you guys haven't already, smash that like button down below. I appreciate Love Food Like I Do, reminding all of you guys about that. I greatly appreciate it. First things first, give me a thumbs up. Let me know you can hear me okay and see me okay. And then we'll definitely move on to bigger and better things. I've got a fun show prepared for you guys tonight. This should be a lot of fun, I think. Definitely some things to take a look at here. It should be a lot of fun for the next hour or so. Good, we've got the thumbs up. Cool, very nice. Yes, Bus, we've got the mood lighting going on in the background. Of course, we're coming on to this is my season. This is when I come alive. This is really what I've been looking forward to all year. It's all about the Halloween season, as you know. So here we go. A bunch of stuff coming in here right now. Very, very nice here. Let me start off at the very top here before we file in, or let everybody else file in, I should say, and then we'll go over some quick housekeeping goodies, some reminders, all the usual stuff. We've got Lord Darkside in effect here as well. Bus7332. Randy Molina, Alex Songkarm, thanks so much for jumping on. Kyle Broussard, Drew's Food Reviews, Love Food Like I Do. Let's see here, going down the line. KH, we've got Constance Cherry, Dom's World. Dom, what it up, man? Great to see you. Thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see here. Ed Keaton in effect as well. Ed, thanks so much for being here as always. You already know what it is. Very, very nice. Look at that. We got a lot of people here beginning to file in here. 25 peeps according to this, but I'm seeing a little bit more that hasn't updated just yet. So you guys will be seeing that shortly here. I appreciate, like I said, Bus, for starting us off with the super chat donation. Got to start the chat off with a little something for Ian. Maybe a double-double with no tomato, perhaps. Actually, if you guys saw my IG story last week, about an hour or so after the stream, I actually put up a little story showing what I had, which was the the double animal style no tomato with the animal style fries with the wifey there. That was actually a very lovely situation indeed. And just to get this out of the way really quickly, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to Sammy, happy birthday to you. Today is Sammy's birthday right now. Very, very shout outs to Sammy. Definitely, if you're watching this, actually at the other end of the country, if it's East Coast, you're pretty much coming up on 11 o'clock, a little over. But very happy birthday to you there. If you guys want to light up some cakes in over here, that would be a lovely situation. Very cool. All right, another minute or two here, guys, just to get some of the housekeeping stuff out of the way, as always. And again, shout outs to Bus7332 for starting the super chat donation train for this next hour here. I greatly appreciate that. Should you wish to contribute to the channel, because I am a one-man show, and of course all donations are accepted and definitely appreciated for sure. Whatever you want to do, should you wish to do it there, no pressure obviously. You'll find a multitude of ways down below in the description box below, or the first pinned comment on the replay. So naturally you have ways to do that. There's super chatting here, which you're probably seeing that little dollar sign at the bottom of your chat, which you can do it there. But keep in mind, YouTube takes about I want to say 30+ % of that there. Or you can do the PayPal route directly, which you'll find the links at the banner of my channel as well as down below. But just a multitude of ways there. So thank you so much in advance. And of course, you guys will be official sponsors of the channel. As you're seeing, Bus7332 down there is loaded in. And of course, you guys will see the Stay Frosty goodie here as well. So again, thank you so much for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Great to be on here with everyone. And definitely hit that, smash that like button, I should say, down below one more time again. Let's see. Bri, what's up, Ian? How you doing? Thanks so much for jumping on, Bri. Dante Reed is in effect as well. We've got Sammy in here too. Can't wait to actually get this stuff started here in just a couple of minutes. We got 32 amazing peeps in the house here currently. It is catching up. Let's see here. Everett is asking, worst thing that and then it cut off right there. You may want to ask that one more time. But great to have you on here right now. Let's see here. Want to wish me happy birthday at 12, aka 9 p.m. Well, we did it a little early for you. Surprise, Sammy, before I saw it. Maybe we'll come back at the very end if I can remember it there for you as well. But a very happy birthday to you. Not just today, but every day. Wishing you health, happiness, and success, of course. Not necessarily. Well, actually, you know what? In that order. It should be health, happiness, and then success for you as well. So let's see here. Well, who else do we have here? Dante Reed, ever been to EDC in Las Vegas? It stands for Electric Daisy Carnival. I haven't been there. No, I haven't been to that in particular. I've been to Vegas many times, actually. Not recently with everything, but you know. Let's see. So we got all the thumbs up. You guys can hear me okay. Dom went to the Halloween Spirit Store today. Such an amazing store. Picked up some stickers to stick on the window of It featuring Pennywise. That's classic right there. That's like kind of like the new add-on compared to like the usual Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, the main three, Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Alex, Red Robin might be as good as B-Dubs in my opinion. Their burgers are pretty banging on both of them, to be honest there, but Red Robin is pretty good. I've got a few reviews on my channel from Red Robin. Some of the older stuff, naturally. Kyle Broussard, the hot honey chicken sandwich and the hot honey waffle sandwich from Carl's Jr. look delicious. Yes, I had a lot of fun doing that, and of course you guys can expect the trifecta to be completed because there's one more coming with that one. Can you guess what that possibly is? You'll find out very, very soon. So that was actually over a 2-day stretch of filming, and actually, I actually had one of these given to me from the combo. If you guys are not aware, they're actually doing a promotion with Adult Swim where they have these collectibles, about 8 of them for the different channels or different shows on the channel. So I have no idea what's actually in this just yet, but stay tuned for the very end of the stream. I'm going to stretch this one out and we'll open this one together and we'll see what this is. I'm really hoping it's going to be what I'm thinking it is. I'm hoping it's going to be because I think it would be fitting, but we'll definitely see what's on the inside of this one. So if you're curious to know what this is going to be, if you're watching this on the replay, you can probably skim ahead to it, but we're going to actually get here towards the end and I open this up live for you right now, so I can't wait to do that. So let's see. Everyone is wishing Sammy a happy birthday. Ed Keaton, I'm doing okay, my friend. Thanks so much for jumping on. He's asking, what's up, Ian? Thanks so much for being here. I feel so much better. A lot of my congestion is pretty much gone. I still have a little bit, but I can talk better. I feel like I have more air in my lungs, and everything is just definitely a lot better. So I'm very happy to be here with you guys tonight. And I just feel good. Finally, I mean, I really feel good today. It's been a long few weeks, So let's see. We're going to get into the first review here in about, in a few minutes here. This should be kind of fun. I've actually got 2 things planned for you guys tonight, and we're going to be showing you something as well. So there's a lot of fun stuff over here. Some things that I received recently. This should be a lot of fun. E Noel, mi familia, my sister. Thanks so much for jumping on. Love you, love you, love you. You already know. Thanks so much for being on here right now. You're probably Chromecasting this out to your TV. But thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you, as always. So let's see. Who else do we have in effect here? We have got, let's see, Max MPM 95. Thanks so much for jumping on. We got James Morrison. Best part of the week. Great to see you, Ian. Looking forward to the show. Thank you, James. I appreciate you. Thank you. This is going to be a lot of fun because I really want to get into what I got over here right now. This should be really cool, actually. Six Woods Taylor. Thank you so much for jumping on. And Sammy's talking about Texas Roadhouse or Longhorns, Ian. Wow, you know what? I haven't been to either, so I really can't give my opinion of that. But I have to admit, Texas Roadhouse just sounds a little bit better to me, to be honest. Alex, have I watched the video Isabel Ruins Everything? I have not. No. Drew, the beef jerky you just sent was amazing. Dozen flavors to try, some merchant. Well, very cool. Very nice. Very nice. Like I said, getting those fun things in the mail is always fun with that. Speaking of which, I actually got reached out from Hardee's of all places. I would think it would be kind of Carl's Jr. too. They liked my couple of reviews that I had out over there. So they said they were going to be sending some things. So once I receive that, you'll probably see a video on IG for what it is. But I had so much fun putting those videos together, so naturally we'll be completing it with the third. But really fun stuff, definitely fun stuff. That hot honey sauce is no joke. It really is probably one of the best flavors they've got with the current crop of those sandwiches naturally at Carl's. It's really, really good stuff. So Buzz is currently watching on his iPad, but the original Halloween is on TV. Oh man, that's an awesome situation right there. It's an Ian Friday night. Buzz, that is killer right over there. The only thing that would really kind of complete that is having a tiger tail at the same time, if you ask me. So it's been a minute since I've been over to the Donut Man, but I got to start making my way over because I am craving one of those tiger tails. And just so you know, you can also get cinnamon rolls also after 1 a.m. typically. They're only available at that time frame, Buzz, too. So something to kind of, go out late night for, which is always fun to do since they're 24/7. Anyway, Trav tries. Trav, what it do? Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Trav is definitely throwing it down as only he can on his channel. Guys, make sure you're jumping on over to all the amazing peeps here. Definitely Trav Tries, Drew's Food Reviews. We've got a lot of other people who may be watching from the background. Make yourselves known here in the chat. Let us know what you're up to for sure. But Trav always doing it up big. He's definitely one of my day ones. He's a really cool guy. Min Lee. Hello, Ian. I already subscribed to your channel. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate the love and support there for sure. It definitely is greatly appreciated there. Lots of content every single week. We got live streaming, as you're seeing now, on Friday nights typically. And it's really a good time. Good time to be here for you guys. For sure. Max. Hope the hot honey chicken sandwich is right now. It's hot and sweet at the same time. Yes, definitely it is. It's just a nice balance, actually. It was getting a little easier for me. That was literally a bunch of reviews filmed over like a 2-day time frame earlier in the week. So that was actually a lot of fun to do. First day, actually didn't even have the stuff on the window just yet. That was actually an early thing at the same time. So I was actually just my contacts and kind of making those footholds to kind of make sure that stuff is out on time. It was really, really fun to do. Kyle, speaking of Adult Swim, did you hear Family Guy will no longer be airing there? I did not know that. I did not know that. Wow. Wow. Sixwoods Taylor, have you tried the new Mountain Dew Voodoo soda yet? I have not. You know, I'm really, when it comes to a lot of the newer market stuff, I literally am very late with just even receiving that. So whenever I do find those things, 9 times out of 10, you're going to see it here on the stream, because that's the best way I can probably show you guys, because it's probably long overdue after that. You know, it's pretty much long gone. So if I do happen to do those particular things, you'll find them typically here on the streams, not necessarily as like main reviews on my channel, because I just don't have any luck with that. Some things I do, some things, but not everything, and literally not most things, to be honest with you. Alex, Hardee's Western Bacon Cheeseburger has 3 things: charbroil patty, onion rings, and barbecue sauce. Don't forget the cheese. Don't forget the cheese too. Good stuff. Lord Darkside, did you know the Family Guys go? Okay, there was that same thing again. I did not know that. That's crazy. And they've been, I think they've officially been on there for a long time. We got E. Noel throwing up all the Halloween gang signs, aka the emojis. I love all of it right there. We got the skull, we got the ghost, we got my sister throwing down the bats now, which is awesome. Min Lee, why do you say let's peep this out? It's just my way of saying let's check this out. A little bit more of a, I guess, a hipper way to do it, I thought anyway, when I was devising the name of the channel, which was actually done by the help of my mom years ago. So you guys can take a look at a video on my channel actually called, I think it was my 100th video, 1,000 subscriber countdown, or so celebration event, where I kind of go into the detail on that, Min. So you'll be able to find that there. Ed Keaton, you seem much better. Yes. Yes, it feels good to be able to get a full breath in. I got to tell you, I was so manic and so nervous because of that feeling of somebody feeling like they're sitting on your chest. That's how it kind of felt. Literally, when I was sleeping at night, it was very uncomfortable. And then I had to get up and just kind of like, you know, keep myself busy, throw on some games, throw on a movie or something, because I couldn't, you know, I was trying not to freak out, to be honest. It was really uncomfortable, and that makes you kind of hyperventilate more. And no bueno. So guys, like I said, trying to protect yourself, like I've been telling you guys for a long time now. Just do what you can to, you don't want this stuff. Trust me, you don't want it. You do not want it. Let's see here. I've only been to Carl's Jr., not Hardee's, according to Max. Same here. I guess that's the same thing, but naturally some of the prices are better back east and in the Midwest areas where it's available. Here on the West Coast, we get hosed all the time. So it is what it is. But crazy to think about that. Mark, hey, Ian, big fan of the content. Have a good weekend. You as well, Mark. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Hopefully you'll stay. And then just in case, the replay will be available to you 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This time it's going to be on Sunday. So you guys will have this as a Sunday type of situation, because we have another review for tomorrow, which again, process of elimination. You can probably guess what it's going to be. David P., thanks so much for jumping on. Man, I am just so happy to see all of you guys tonight. I can't even tell you. It's been a very long time where I feel just so good right now. I really feel like I'm just so much better. This is just a blast. And to have me, familia, all of you guys together here right now, it really is a very, very beautiful thing. I mean, I feel blessed and humbled, like I said, to be able to do this for you guys. Max, but you're talking about Voodoo, but for Mountain Dew soda. Yes, that's what it is, I believe, the Mountain Dew Voodoo. It's the mystery flavor for that. I'm guessing that's what you mean by that, Max, but we'll have to see. Kyle Broussard, season 20 of Family Guy is airing this Sunday on Fox 11. Crazy if they're not going to be on there. I don't know. That's pretty crazy. Let's see here. Sammy, got some of the new Wendy's news. Going to be getting new fries, like newer, better French fries. They want to go better. Yeah, from what I heard, I think they actually already have some new fries over at Wendy's. I guess they're kind of making them crispier or whatever it is, you know, for what it is. It is what it is. I'm not, you know, if I get them, I get them. Tony Schultz says, what's the weirdest reaction you have when you go through the drive-thru when people say peep this out? You know, I got to be honest, it usually happens when I'm not filming, because whenever I go through like at BK to pick up some nuggets or do something like that, because I like getting their promos for that, that's when they kind of tell me or they recognize. But when I go to film my stuff, 9 times out of 10 it just goes at like over their head. It's not something that kind of resonates. But you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So let's see. Sammy says removing some of the acid to add crunchiness, make it richer. Very cool. Very nice. Very nice. Drew wants to know if we're doing Oreo cookies tonight. No Oreos. I hate to burst your bubble there, Drew. But no cookies tonight for sure. I'm actually very excited to get into what I'm going to check out here in literally about a minute. We're going to get into this here. But before we do that, let me get into what we actually have had so far this week, because I like doing little quick recaps for those of you guys who haven't quite seen some of the things that are out there. Let's see. We had yesterday the Carl's Jr. Hot Honey Hand-Breaded Chicken and Waffle Sandwich. Definitely a lovely situation that we were talking about earlier. And of course, that was preceded by the regular chicken sandwich, the Hot Honey Hand-Breaded, the regular one, naturally. El Pollo Loco throwing me a curveball with that one. That was the Double Chicken Nachos 2021. And for those of you guys who were asking if I was going to be doing the taquitos version, guys, that was actually the plan for that day. And actually, I ordered it and everything was cool. When I got through the drive-thru and I picked it up, I opened it up and checked it before I drove away, and it was just the regular double chicken nachos that you saw me review. And when I called the guy, I tapped on the window, and I said, you know, this was supposed to have taquitos on it. He says, oh, we're out of the taquitos. But didn't decide to tell me that when I was there picking it up, which was a mobile order for that, actually, that entree. So I'm like, well, it's the same price either way, but I wasn't able to do the taquito version. But considering the version that I did do, it was a little kind of pseudo lackluster. And for those of you saying that I may have reviewed that in the past, I did the fire grilled chicken nachos, which was a similar feature set, but this one was a little bit different because of the sour cream and I think some of the guac. There was something else that was different, but this new one, actually I take that back. It needed to have a serrano pepper on it when I reviewed this one. This was about a week and a half ago when I filmed that, and it didn't have that. So I was just like, you know, what's going on here? So that was that. So it is what it is with El Pollo Loco. It's hit or miss. I love their food normally, but that was kind of a no bueno day for me, naturally. And then, of course, we've got the blackberry cheesecake fried pie from Popeyes. I always love checking out those desserts. I do those videos for me. I mean, I do everything that I like to do to produce for you guys, but there are some videos that I love to look at and go in on with like just a very open mind, because I really love what these places come up with. For dessert, that blackberry fried pie was pretty banging, so I really enjoyed that. And guys, obviously, right after that, the surprise of the orange chicken sandwich. And again, my little breakdown of the bao bun situation, that's what it needs to kind of be on. King's Hawaiian was okay, but it really needs to be a little bit more synonymous, I think, with what you'd expect from Panda. That's what I was saying in that video, I believe. I needed to see some bao bun action to really make that worthwhile. It would have been so different and just as tasty, and at least the chewy goodness would have been there. But visually, I think it would look nice. But that was delicious. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys saw that eventually come out to you guys. I really do. So good stuff over there. Lots of good stuff for this week. But this kind of feels like it's Carl's Jr. week, so to speak. I was thinking about mixing it up with one other one, but I think I'll save that for this coming week and just finish out with what you guys may be expecting to see, just to round it out. But it was a good time. It was definitely a good time for that. All right, so let's see. Aaron Trujillo, thanks so much. I'm doing okay. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on here. Let's see, going down the line. Let me see, my chat is moving while I was doing all that talking here. Let me see if there's anything I can pull just to see. Let's see. Motown's Hitman, what's your favorite Clint Eastwood movie? Dirty Harry. Probably Sudden Impact, actually. I think that was, the third or fourth one out of the group. But the original Dirty Harry is always an awesome situation. Larry Nguyen, what is the food review today? You're going to have two of them. We're going to be starting one of them here in just a second. It's going to be good times over there. The drink for tonight, Bus. Still a little warm water. I'm still trying to keep the throat lubricated with just kind of the basic stuff. I'll try and get back to the fun stuff. Hopefully next week. Maybe we'll do something a little bit crazy. Like I haven't done rum and coke in a while. It'll be kind of nice to do that. To get back. But let's see here. Michael Domer, Randy bought two 12-packs. They're so good. Let's see. What is Randy asking with that there? Are you talking about the Mountain Dew Voodoo, I have a feeling, possibly, if I happen to see it here. Let me see, going down the line. I love when you guys are always chatting away here with everybody. We have an amazing community here on Peep This Out Reviews, and you guys are definitely one of the things that I like to look forward to seeing you guys do, actually, is chatting here in the chat, which is awesome. Really, really nice. All right, guys, we are at 20 minutes past the hour. I think it's time for us to jump into the first review. If you guys are ready for the first review, give me a bat here in the chat. I want to see some bats. Let me see how many bats we can light up this chat field with here right now. I know it's probably not going to be an issue for my sister. She's probably going to load it up here. We'll have to see here. Alex, Little Caesars, Crazy Calzone, M&M Dough Cookies. Yes, both really good. I definitely had a lot of good times reviewing those for sure. Really, really good times. All right, we're coming up with the bats. Here we go. Donnie's jumping off over here. Six Woods Taylor actually had a few things on there with the voodoo situation there as well. Haven't tried the voodoo just yet, Six Woods, but I'm definitely planning on, if I can find it, I would definitely love to try. So since we're getting into the spirit of Halloween early, I think it is time that we actually started off with something kind of Halloween related, actually. So this should be a lot of fun. And actually, it's kind of fitting with something a little bit later on even. It just occurred to me right now. RDR Food Reviews. Robert, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. Homie hugs and shout outs to RDR Food Reviews. You already know what it is. Jump on over, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Or as Trav says, all that beautiful stuff that you should be doing. Of course, definitely jump on over and tell him I said hello. You guys should be subscribed to RDR because he's definitely a positive dude. Really good stuff. E Noel, there was all the bats that we have in there as well. You already know what it is. Good times. Okay. For you guys who don't know, and I may have done this last year as well too there, for every time around this time of the year, naturally Trader Joe's lights up their stores with all kinds of holiday themed goodies. It could be whatever the season is. They just have an amazing array of things just available to you, whether it's cakes, cookies, different types of treats, frozen treats, things that you don't think you'd normally see. They actually have from all over the place. I don't know if they're all privately labeled, and whoever makes the stuff for them. We were just talking about this with my sister actually. It's crazy how they just have all of these things. So I thought, and I probably did this last year as well, but we're going to start it off by going into one of my all-time favorite snacks because, guys, believe it or not, I literally have, thanks to my sister, 3 bags additional to the 6 or 7 that I've already bought of this. These are now, they used to be $1.99 for Ghost and Bats crispy potato snacks. They are now $2.29 and still an amazing value. You guys, these are just ridiculously addictive. I'm not going to say what they are kind of like because I don't want to have any issues with the word naturally, but these are amazing in terms of what they are. Just having these by themselves, which is how I'm going to do it for you right now, is the best way personally, but you can dip these in hummus, you can put them in cheese sauce, you can do them in just about any type of dip, and it's going to accentuate and make it the bombest that it can be. The flavor is just off the chart with this. The flavor is just crazy. And all it is potato flour. Guys, just so you guys know what this is, they're just shaped as in what it says here, Ghost and Bats flavored snacks. So we're going to get into this because it's not like I haven't had any of these today, which I actually have already. I actually watched the first episode of Midnight Mass, the new horror show on Netflix that just premiered at midnight last night. So it came out on Friday today. And the first episode is from the creator of The House on Haunted Hill. I hope I'm saying that correctly. That's the very first one there. The House on Bly Manor, same thing as well. The Haunting of Bly Manor. But now it's the Midnight Mass, which is a really good first episode. I highly recommend it. So take a look. It's still got the Boo Boo bag, which doesn't have a lot in them as they all do. But there's, I believe, 5 ounces in here. Yeah, 5 ounces. There we go. 142 grams. But the shapes are so unique. They are so cool. Let me see if I can grab one because they're kind of folded, almost look kind of like kettle style, but they're so addictive here. Let me try and pull. There's the Ghost. Okay, let me pull one. The Ghost kind of looks like a wavy star. Yeah, let's try a couple of these here. So just to show you, they're very cool. So as you can see, as the focus is in, it is just a formed piece of potato flour, lightly salted. That's all that it is. There's the bat. And the Ghost, little Casper action for you right there as well. The addiction is real with this. If you guys haven't been to Trader Joe's, you need to run over. These things sell out extremely fast. I couldn't wait to get these. I bought just like literally 6 or 7 bags. My sister lit me up with 3 more bags for my birthday on top of it. I love you, sis. Thank you so much. You already know. But let's go for a couple of these. I already know these are going to be amazing. Let's just do it. Scarth, longtime fan, keep it frosty. You as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here right now. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Here's the very back. Let me read this to you guys. There was once a house in a forest dark. were ghosts and bats upon a lark. Happened to the potato crisps and commenced munching forthwith. No squeaks or moaning were ever heard. Instead, a crunch, 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 so absurd. It was not long before the... It was not... Wait, hold on a second here. There we go. It was not long before of their favorite snacks the ghosts and bats began to smack. Spooky. Really cool, but very cool, whimsical bag. It looks cool. I love the see-through of the windows right there so you can actually see them. But these things are just ridiculously delicious. They really are. Tony showed they look like the color of Pringles. Yes, they do actually. But it's lightly salted and there's nothing else you need with them. And they are so good. The best is when you double them up. Some of them may be a little bit darker than others, but the quality is just delicious. It doesn't change every single year. Wow. The toasted flavor is ridiculous. It's so addictive. 5 servings for 5 ounces. So for 1 ounce, 1 ounce is about 30 chips, guys. And you can literally watch your favorite show, play your favorite game, and knock off this bag. I can tell you it's pretty ridiculous. My wife has already done it. My sister has done it. I'm about to do it on the first one that I have. This is the second one that I'm opening right now anyway. But it is really good. So about 30 chips, 130 calories, 6 grams of fat. It's not horrible. Carbs are 19, and they taste amazing. So let me show you another one, and then we will move on. Another couple. Actually, you know what? Let me get another ghost here, because we want to give equal opportunity to our friend Casper in here as well. There we go. I'm an equal opportunity potato chip eater, or in this case, potato crisp eater, in effect. But there you go. We've got the bats and we've got the ghosts. So it's very, very cool and just a super fun, crispy snack, actually. And very, you know, it's not horrible for you there. I believe this is actually gluten-free, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. Not necessarily the case, but other ingredients, in case you're wondering: potato flour, potato starch, an expeller pressed vegetable oil, sunflower, and maltodextrin, and some canola oil and salt. That's it. So, I mean, it's so basic, but simplicity is all you really need with some of these things. So, easy recommendation. Oh, yep, gluten-free. Right there. So good. So good. Okay. I got to put these down because I'm going to be munching throughout the hour. 10 out of 10, guys. This is my favorite. It's only around Halloween time. Once these are gone, they're gone. I would highly recommend, if you see these in the store, hashtag unsponsored, personal recommendation. My sister can vouch for it. You're definitely going to like these. Ghosts and bats are the banging situation for the holiday, especially because of what it is. It's just delicious stuff. So excellent, excellent, excellent with that. All right. Let me go on back here and see what we've got. Alex, take care. Hopefully you saw this before you jumped off. I appreciate you jumping on here right now. ScottRush.com. Thank you so much for being on. Bud Light Pumpkin Spice Seltzer. Very cool. Yeah, I've seen something like that. You already know. RDR is fire situation. You already know. I'm telling you, Robert, that you need to get those. They are so good. Once you pop, you can't stop. I hate to take it from Pringles, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's see here. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, Robert. I appreciate you jumping on. Mountain Dew Thrashed Apple is good. Yes, I haven't seen that actually over here. But again, it's just my market situation. You already know. Alex, Chuck E. Cheese has amazing cheese pizza. How could people hate Chuck E. Cheese? I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese in a long time, actually. And they do have some holiday food and stuff that's out as well, too, for the Halloween season. Some interesting stuff there. I think stuff with slime, I think I read. Let's see. Pringles. That's really, really different. Well, these are, I'm telling you, I like these more. Once you taste them, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. Sammy, do you like the new Taco Bell item? It looks too good to be true. Well, if it's the crispy chicken tacos, they're fun, but, you know, it's a gimmicky, you know, for what it is. 718, NYC, my back east peeps over there. That's where I was originally from Queens. Thanks so much for subscribing to the channel. Very nice. Let's see here. Man, I hope Panda Express releases the Shanghai ribs. Gary, see, I hope they do as well. I enjoyed that. James Morrison, your Motu collection is getting huge. Yes, you know what? I got to tell you, I am one figure away from being fully caught up. I actually have an eBay bid on Roboto. Once I have him in effect, I have Shiro, who's going to be delivered probably by Monday. Once I have Roboto, then I'm fully caught up, and then all the new stuff that's coming that's pre-ordered, don't have to pay anything extra for that. But I'm waiting on that for sure. Believe me, it should be a lot of fun with that. I'm definitely digging my Motu. You guys are probably noticing that's all Motu stuff, with the exception of the corner over there, which is some of my older stuff. But yeah, it's a little out of control up on top. A lot of those, actually, I have some supplies that are coming that are going to be kind of like these cases they go into where I can actually hang them better, and definitely not have to worry about punching the holes and stuff like that as well. So I'm actually making room for something that you're going to see here very shortly, which I need to, because it's crazy. It's just crazy. Let's see. Pedro Bermudez, I hope I said that correctly, Pedro. Trying the new spicy chicken sandwich from Burger King. Nice. I love the spicy chicken. I think it's the best out of the group. That sauce is just delicious. And nothing against those celebrity meals. Those I just have no desire to check out. There's nothing special about those as far as I'm concerned. They're just fun marketing gimmicks. I find it hard to believe that the spicy version of that chicken sandwich is somehow a favorite of somebody already and they make a meal out of it. It's coincidental for me, but it's not something that I want to look into. I love all those things individually. I appreciate the game, of course. It's all the marketing spin with it, and it's fun. You know, the Get Real meals and stuff, but nothing that's new about that really kind of feels like I got to jump and check that out there. But it's fun marketing, so definitely shout outs to BK for that for sure. You know, the brand definitely holds a special place in my heart, as you guys know. But good times for that. Let's see, Larry Nguyen, have you heard of a place called Vegas Buffet in Glendale? Yes, right on brand, actually. A very, very tasty place. I haven't been there since everything has been crazy around the country, but I do like that place. I've been there before. Big fan of anything pumpkin. Anything pumpkin I'm a fan of. I'm a huge fan of pumpkin spice, pumpkin mocha at Dunkin', pumpkin lattes, pumpkin cold brew. I just saw they had a Frosted Mini Wheats pumpkin spice actually today in the store, and I took a double take, and my wife is like, no. It is what it is. I actually had to go to the store today because my wife was getting her flu shot. I was actually planning on getting my flu shot with her today, but I know what happened the last time I got one of those, and I was completely exhausted afterwards. So because I had a few things to do today, plus I was streaming tonight, I didn't want to be like, not feeling 100%. So that's part of the reason why I have my regular review coming out tomorrow, because I'm getting my flu shot tomorrow. And then Sunday will be the stream that will be coming out that you're watching right now. So I'll be covered for the weekend. So you guys have content. I'll be able to rest and then basically jump out with the new stuff again this coming week. It's all scheduling. It's all, managing and moving the pieces around the chessboard, what works the best, that type of thing. So that's the plan. So my wifey has already got her flu shot today, and I am tomorrow. Sammy, what's your favorite type of steak? Medium rare. Medium rare for me. My mom likes it freshly killed, literally like something on the plate. And Mom, shout outs to you, big. I probably should have mentioned this at the top of the hour. Love you, love you, love you. I know you're watching this here right now, but you know it's true. Freshly, the meat literally has to be almost wiggling on the plate. I can't do that. I can't do that personally. Telesaw's favorite chicken sandwich under $5 in the game right now. That's always going to be Popeyes for me. Always Popeyes. Good stuff. I think with a real close second for the spicy chicken, because it's literally different. But then again, that's actually over $5. And even with the $6 Get Real meal, it's still pricey. I'd probably have to say KFC after that. And then I'll go with Church's, because it's a little bit different, but smaller, but still $3.99 for that price point. So let's see here. Mini tacos taste like play food, according to Tyrone Wiggins. They're very tasty from Jack in the Box. I got to admit, maybe it's just the color, the way they dye the corn tortilla, the way it works, but it seems to just be a fun type of food. And I liked reviewing it. It was really a lot of fun to check out. Really a lot of fun to check out. Maureen Despotato, thanks so much for jumping on. From Queens, New York as well. Very nice. PS 186 was the school that I went to. It's now known as Castle Rock School in that area over there. So for Glen Oaks is where I grew up there. Let's see. Cat Dance Kaleidoscope. I heard you when you popped on Coast to Coast. You have a fun channel. Thank you. Yeah, Cat Dance. Yes, they actually had somebody who was like an entrepreneur who was actually talking about, I think his name was, I can't remember the first name. His last name is Cochran, I believe. I think it's Adam Cochran. I think. But he was basically talking about, taking his channel to the next level and, basically what he can do to kind of, push that agenda forward and really take it and really step up the game. And I felt compelled to call in, and I got through actually and asked him a question, talked about Peep This Out reviews here on the radio. It was on AM 640. I want to say that was earlier in the, I want to say earlier in the week. I think it was last week around this time. I think roughly around this time. But it was a fun time to be on that episode. It was really, really fun. I was talking for maybe 5-10 minutes. It was really good conversation. So I'm glad you caught that, Cat Dance. Thanks so much for jumping on. That's awesome. That's awesome. Welcome to the channel over here. Like I said, 35,000 plus strong. We're coming up on, I think we're about 90 subs away from 35,000 right now. And guys, I'm over the moon. We're just moving and moving and moving. The content is moving. And we're all together, which is an awesome situation. And this is the whole point of doing these live streams on top of it, to connect with you guys and have a good time. And it's really, it's like I said, it's a privilege, and I'm grateful and humbled to be able to do so. So Cat Dance, thanks so much for jumping on and for catching me on the radio. It was a lot of fun. Let's see, going down the line. It looks like we are mostly caught up. Ben, my dad ranks Impossible Whopper from BK as an 8 out of 10 because the burger is good but too expensive. You know, unless you get like the 2 for $6. Don't forget the 2 for $6 right now. You can do that, which is actually very good for that. That's a good value if you do it that way. But I agree that, you know, the Beyond stuff is a little pricey the way that it works. Dom, Starbucks has seasonal pumpkin scone. Yes, I saw that on the menu. It's one of my favorite things to get there. For me, it's always going to be the pumpkin cold brew. It's really good. They do it really well. But Dunkin' is definitely pretty banging with theirs. Their cold brew, also the pumpkin, is very nice. And again, mixing it with mocha, it is delish. Let's see. Have you seen a correct? Absolutely do not, no matter what, not even if you're fully vaccinated. You know, this is the thing you was talking about. Yes. Make sure you're doing what you can to protect. Always. Sean O'Connell, what are you snacking on today? Keep it frosty. Well, I'm trying not to dip my hand back into the first review because this is a beautiful situation still. But I'm actually, it's a good thing I'm not, because I'm kind of cleaning my palate and getting ready for the next one here, which we're going to get into. But there's something else I got to do first. We're coming up on 8:37 already, which is crazy here. Let me answer just a couple of questions, and I got something I got to show you guys because it is pretty crazy. And I haven't seen if Mi Familia, Mr. Jimmy, is jumping online over here. I don't see him just yet. I'm kind of waiting to see if he's actually on first. But let me see here. Going down the line. Constance Cherry, my mom lessons for the stashing all the time. Carl Broussard, it was a shame with those nachos at El Pollo Loco. Hey, you know, they can't all be winners. You know, it is what it is. Even I have experiences sometimes that are a little bit questionable. It doesn't happen very, very often, but when it does, you know, it is what it is. Sammy, here's a hard question. What's your favorite main burger from the following restaurant? Ranking worst to best. BK, Wendy's, McDonald's, In-N-Out, Jack in the Box, Hardee's. Well, I have to scratch Hardee's off that because we don't have that. I'll assume it's Carl's Jr. I'm going to say ranking from worst to best. Okay. I'm going to say the Jumbo Jack from Jack in the Box, probably at the bottom because it is what it is. I'm going to say the Quarter Pounder with cheese, actually from McDonald's. I'll go with the Baconator from Wendy's. I'll go with the Whopper from BK, and then I'll go with the Double Animal Style from In-N-Out, because that is literally the quintessential burger, especially here on the West Coast. The flavor is unmistakable. There is nothing that tops that as far as I'm concerned. So I hope that was what you wanted to see right there, my friend. But thanks so much for jumping on. Fresh Roadkill, I'm out. From the Far Murray. You're probably thinking about my mom eating the meat the way that she makes it. Yes, it's not for me. It's just not for me. Alexander Drums and Guitar, Trader Joe's is the best. Yes, you already know. Lynn jumped off totally, Drew. Sorry I'm late. No worries. Thank you so much for being here right now. I appreciate that. All right, guys, let me show you something that I received from Mr. Jimmy. Mr. Jimmy, for those of you who don't know, is one of my cousins in our family, naturally. And he's really, when I say Mi Familia, he is probably one of the closest people to me, besides my regular family at the same time. I had a visit from him yesterday. And he stopped by, and I was in the middle of getting ready to kind of do something I needed to take care of. And he had something for me for my birthday, which was completely out of the blue, very unexpected. And I got to tell you, I was really very shocked and surprised at the same time, because the last time that I saw what I'm about to show you right now, I was literally about 10 years old when I got it the first time. So I was really kind of blown away by that. I had moved away from New York in the summer of '84, and I left a lot of my things there. This, including that, eventually I would be reunited with it again, but it wasn't, you know, until everything was boxed away. And by that point, I was already moving on. I was getting older. And then I basically rekindled my love for Masters of the Universe not that long ago, which you guys are noticing right above you. And out of nowhere, like I said, when he showed up the other day, he had something with him, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this just yet here, but I'm going to see how. Is he actually in the chat yet? I don't know if he is. Mr. Jimmy, if you're here, throw up a quick message just to be on the safe side. Or if you're going to catch us on the replay, it's all good too, because I know you're busy with your kids and everything too. But like I said, very, very surprised to see what I got actually. So this is going to be probably the biggest thing I am actually going to be able to show you guys. And I tried to practice this before I began the stream here, and I still am not super comfortable with it. Let's just go with it and see how it is. Guys, you all know at the centerpiece of the whole Masters of the Universe essentially is a very famous landmark, which is something that they fight over continuously. For those of you who don't know what that is, or if you think you know what it is, let me see a few guesses here in the chat, because it is something that seems to be something that they try and go for, and they're always battling over it. Skeletor is trying to break into it all the time, and he's been looking to try and get in and find the secrets within that type of thing. If you guys know what this famous location is, famous destination, it is huge. For those of you guys who are just really, getting into the whole Motu universe, and you're probably figuring it out, or if you've watched any of the recent shows on Netflix, which I got to tell you, so far I'm not really seeing anything just yet. Scott Rush says the sword. Nope, not seeing the sword. Let's see, we got Ninja Turtle Van, definitely not. James Morrison scores the first one. Yes, guys. Castle Grayskull, Masters of the Universe. Look at the size of this box, and look how banging the artwork is on that. Look at that. It comes with a sorceress, which the original one didn't. This is huge, and I'm trying to frame it as best as I can and not have my ring light probably blow it out right there. But this thing is ridiculous. And if you look at the front of this here, it is amazing. The artwork is beautiful. There is He-Man guarding the front of the drawbridge area there. And there's a sorceress that it comes with. I'm trying to do this. I'm like literally down on my knees practically here. But this thing is huge. The box is amazing. I'm going to swing this around and so you guys can see the back of it. Guys, I am in love with this thing. I am in love with it. I mean, just look at the back. Look at the artwork. And look at, these are all the characters. And the thing that's really crazy about this is I have every single one of those characters right there, which is nuts. It's nuts. I don't have the Land Shark, but I have now, it's literally, I'm completing what I wanted as a kid so badly. And this is just insane. It is so ridiculously cool. It folds open. It's got the little handle on the top when you close it. But this thing is absolutely gorgeous. Let me see the very top of it here. I'm going to try and just show you just all the different angles. There's a lot of Easter eggs in here, other characters that will be coming down the line, but the thing is just so amazing. There's Fisto right over there. It's just, it looks so killer. And the other side, I'll show you another shot here in just a second here. There's Battle Cat and Panther going at it, but look at this thing. It's just crazy. Fortress of Mystery and Power for He-Man and his foes. And it is just gorgeous. Take a look at the top. I'm giving you all angles with this here so you guys can take a look. There's the way it looks closed. And we're just going to go down the line here so you guys can take a look. I'm going to try and keep it as straight as I possibly can as I'm watching this underneath. You guys can pause this as you see it there, but it has all the trapdoor, the throne room. It has all of that together. And there is the castle as it opens. It's just absolutely the greatest toy line like ever made. Ever made. I mean, I know I'm biased towards it because it's amazing. But at the same time, that is what it looks like in detail. And it is just gorgeous. So Masters of the Universe, Castle Grayskull, Fortress of Mystery and Power for He-Man and his foes. And again, just a gorgeous piece of artwork on the very, well, you guys already saw the back, but the front of this over here. This is going to be going up on the shelf up above once I'm able to organize things, but this thing is just flat out amazing. This is the centerpiece of the whole line, and it is just gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. So shout outs to Mi Familia. I can't thank you enough. It was very generous of you to do something like that. And literally it is definitely something that just blew me away, and it instantly took me back to when my father got it for me the very first time, when I was turning, I think 10 or 11 actually. Actually 9 or 10 actually too. So very much excited to have that in the collection finally, which is pretty awesome. So Castle Grayskull, I guess next up will be Snake Mountain when they decide to do that. So that's Skeletor's lair. We'll see what happens if and when that does come out. But I'm glad you guys are all digging it there. I had like I said, I was trying so hard to kind of do this type of thing. How am I going to do this in the window that I have here? But fortunately, I think it worked out. So we'll have to see. Sammy, the center of the universe is in and out in Pasadena, California. There you go. There you go. Tyrone Wiggins, that castle gave me nightmares. It's so killer. And if you guys haven't watched the show on Netflix, Revelation is not a bad show. The kid version, the CGI version, I'm actually about halfway through, and it's actually pretty cool what they did with it for kids. It actually is a little bit of a better story, to believe it or not. But it's called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. So Mr. Jimmy, mi familia, again, thank you. Shout outs and homie hugs to you, brother. I greatly appreciate it. That was just something that just blew me away, and it just took me way back. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Of course, my wife wants to know where I'm putting it. So that's all going up on the top over there. So absolutely. Good times over. All right. I think we're ready for the next review. Let's just roll right into it right now. It looks like Maureen Descatado. It's a huge storm that they had today. Actually, here in Southern Cali, a lot of the fires, and Drew, you probably know about this, some of the fires up in your area, we actually had that spilling over down here into Southern Cali, and yesterday had an orange tinge throughout the whole area here. It was almost kind of surreal, almost like Halloween-like, believe it or not, the way that it looked. And it was all over the news, and I couldn't believe, you know, all the craziness. So I hope you're doing okay up over there, and I hope you guys are staying as good as you possibly can. But it's no bueno here on the West Coast when it comes to fire season. You already know. It's crazy right now. All right, so if you guys are ready for round 2 of the reviews, let's just get right into it right now. Let me see a cat here in the chat. Give me a cat. If you guys have it, I really want to see a cat over here. We'll see how many cats we got going over here. I'll take a quick shot of water again. And that's Cervantes. Hey, I'm sorry I missed you over there. Yes, it was crazy with the stuff coming down over here. Have you seen, sorry if I already asked, my memories like today, I'd say, have you seen Christopher Nolan's Batman films? Of course, absolutely, I own all of them. Absolutely. Probably one of the best Batman trilogies out there. Has yet to be topped, believe it or not. But I have a feeling the new version from Matt Reeves is going to be pretty awesome with Robert Pattinson, so we'll see what happens. Drew, let's see. There we got cats. This one's kind of in Drew's honor, I think, because of his cats there. Sure. But good times. Favorite Chris Nolan Batman trilogy? I would say, well, The Dark Knight, easily the middle one, is the best out of the group by far. All right, so we got cats. There was my sister. She's jumping out with the cats. I was hoping my sister would be in over there, getting into the mix. Very cool. All right. Continuing on down the line, again, as we were talking about earlier, just to attest to the fact that Trader Joe's is blowing out crazy ridiculousness right now for the Halloween season. Spooky season is in full effect. You already know, not just me with my lights in the background, but Trader Joe's obviously is lighting it up. And this is something that I actually saw on social media that I mentioned to my sister when we were together. And she actually, we went to Trader Joe's and then they had them. Coincidence, who knew? But anyway, guys, Spooky Bats and Cats Sour Gummy Candies. I love the packaging on this right now. And you guys all know I'm a fan of the marketing with these things here. I'm not going to keep this naturally, but I love the way that it looks. It just screams Halloween, even though it's got like kind of like that, you know, they usually do like dark, you know, like a black packaging for like the dark clouds or dark, you know, nighttime scenery. But sometimes they do the blue, which works naturally. So I don't know if you guys have had these right now. If you've had these, let me see a heart symbol in the chat over here so I can kind of see how many of you guys have already had these. These are brand new, literally within like, I want to say like the last 3 or 4 days. These have been out here right now. But the thing that sold me on this, aside from the fact that they're sour gummy candies, and I've never had a sour gummy candy from Trader Joe's, at least with their marketing and their labeling, but Bats and Cats is a little bit strange to me because you don't think cats initially, and I get the whole black cat situation. But I'm picturing like ghosts. I'm picturing like, you know, little devils or something like that. I mean, naturally, bats are going to be the thing, witches or something too. So I wonder how good the shapes are going to be. I can kind of see how it is, but let's give these a shot really fast here. Just so you guys know, there is nothing on the back of this in terms of a little fun story or anything like that. But ironically, it says may contain milk. Wow, that is different. I did not think that a sour gummy candy might contain milk, which is strange. Okay, well, either way. 5 pieces, 100 calories. So, okay, we got 20 calories a pop. Obviously, it's got 0 fat because it's sugar, but 26 grams of carbs, which turns into that anyway. So with the fact that they even list it like that, I have no idea. But definitely cool on the packaging with the situation here right now. Let's give this a shot and see how close these actually look to bats and cats. Love all this stuff. Halloween is the best. Okay. I guess that's a cat. You know what? Let me take out some of the colors here, and then I'll show you a little bit easier. It looks like we have a grape, a green, and an orange. And is there a red? Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we got, looks like a grape, an orange, and a green. And I guess that's about right. I guess these actually look kind of cool. Well, you guys can probably tell me here, but let me show you. This is the cat. Take a look at this. So you can kind of see it. If that looks like a cat, give me another cat here in the chat. I guess it looks like, you know, it's kind of like coming down over here. Here's the head, there's the tail. If that looks like a cat, let me see a cat symbol or a cat emoji over here. The cat's drank the milk, according to Drew. That's funny. And Dom says it's cool packaging. I agree. I like this. Actually, I like this. And you know what? I like the whimsicalness of the back there. I didn't realize, I thought it was a little like a haunted house type of thing, but it's a hat. So this is almost like the cat in the hat type of situation, or I want to say like Alice in Wonderland a little bit. It's kind of got that vibe, but I like the packaging on it. It looks really, really cool. It looks really, really cool. So let's give this a shot. And again, shout outs to you guys too, for anyone who may have donated to the channel already up to this point through PayPal. I won't know till after the fact. So you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, of course, are going to be official sponsors of the channel, of course. So there we go. Let's give it a shot. Let's try this over here. One of the spooky bats and cats. Oh, that's thick. Strong orange on that. Have you guys ever had like the candy jellies where they kind of like, you know, you bite into them and you really have to, like, they're super dense but ultra sugary and rich? That's what this is. I'm gonna try to get into this close for you so you can kind of see it. It is very thick. This almost tastes like a jelly, but the orange is crazy strong. It's almost got like a thick heartiness to it. That's not a typical gummy at all. But take a look at the bat. Let's get that in there. You can kind of see some of the detail. That looks kind of cool. This is the green one. Okay, we got some cats there. Some of you guys think. Noel says cat with dandruff. There you go. Yes, I guess they look like they've got a little dandruff action going on. And this bat's looking a little crusty as well. But these things are coated ridiculous right now. Take a look at that. I've been trying to focus that in there. I know my ring light makes everything a little contrasty. Let's try the green one. Oh, this is watermelon. That's good. Man, these are very thick, guys. Normally with some sour gummies, you really kind of got to work into it a little bit, or they're a little sweet. This is crazy sweet. And again, look at the thickness of that jelly as I'm trying to focus it in for you. Hopefully, there we go. Look at that. It's got thickness. This is definitely like a solid little block of jelly that's formed like in a little mold to look like a bat or a cat. I'm liking that. Actually, I take that back. It's more sour apple that I'm getting. Initially, I thought it was watermelon, but sour apple. All right, so for the last one here, in Drew's honor, we're going to do another cat. Take a look. It's got some detail. I'm pretty impressed. You can kind of make it out, which is kind of nice, guys. So obviously with this one being grape, guys, these are really freaking good. This was like, I think $2.99 for this bag. And when I felt it, I mean, it was hefty. So I'm like, okay, maybe there's just a lot of them in here. But individually, they have some weight to them. So that's an easy recommendation to go with. It's really tasty. Ben wants to know, what if we dip them in milk? Wow. Crazy grape tartness on this one too. Wow. That sour goodness is crazy good. And again, try and show it to you there. Come on, focus, focus, focus. I'm really like showing you how crazy the jelly is. It's not really coming through so much, but you get the idea, guys. It's very thick. Wow. I like these, and they're gluten-free also. Man, they get you right in the very back. And just because I have it here, I'm going to do a great bat for you guys as well. We'll hold that in, let it focus. Really digging that. Really, really digging that. Let's just take it straight down. Man. Drew, you need to do it. You need to check this out. It's the truth. It really is. And this bag, it literally feels like it's like a pound or two in my hand. I am not kidding with you. 5 pieces, and there's 14 servings in this, guys. That is crazy right there. So there's like 70 pieces that are in this bag, and it feels like it's got some serious weight to it there. The weight on this bag is 14 ounces. It's almost 16 ounces. That's crazy. It's almost a pound. That is craziness. Crazy. It feels like it's got some heft to it. Easy recommendation. I'm gonna go, oh man, you know, I really wish they had maybe one more shape in here, honestly. I mean, I like it. I think it's really tasty. I'm gonna go 9 out of 10. I mean, it's not a 10 out of 10 because I really think, you know, bats and cats, it's different, it's cool, but I think having a ghost or another shape in here I think would have been fun, just to kind of even it out, because you've got 3 flavors but you've got 2 shapes. So I think 3 and 3 would have been a way to go. Maybe they're kind of gauging interest with this to see how it does, and maybe next year when it comes back. But guys, 9 out of 10 is nothing to sneeze at either, because this is seriously tasty. They're very tart, very rich. Tastes more like jellies when you bite into them, and when you bite down, it's like you're going through like a jelly, like a thick piece of jelly, and it's good. And then the sour jumps up on you real quick, and it has a little bit of that sugary flavor, which is just craziness also. I like this. I like this a lot. These are very tasty, guys. So you've got a lot of fun things here, and these are just 2 things from Trader Joe's. Chances are you're probably seeing, actually the thumbnail you're going to see is probably me holding it like this or something like that, so you'll be able to kind of see what it is. But seriously, some delicious stuff, guys. It really is pretty tasty with that. Really, really good. So very impressed with that. All right. So now, as we round this night out, because I can't believe how much we were jumping on to almost 9 o'clock already. It's crazy. Larry, yes, I'm definitely going to be seeing Halloween Kills. I cannot wait for that. I cannot wait for that. Let's see. Ben Nguyen, 4 years ago, I took candy with sugar outside, dipped it with milk, and my brain was so much sweet. Stop it. Glad to show this to you, at least. Ed Keaton, Ian, got to jump off. Great stream tonight as usual. Have a great weekend. You stay safe as well, Ed. Thanks so much. Hopefully you saw that before you jumped off, just in case if you're catching us on the replay. Thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate you greatly. As always, you know, Ziggy and Tazzy need their own show. I agree, from Paul. For Drew, that's a very cool thing right there. Good times. James Morrison, where's the best place to start buying these Moto figures? Websites? Big Bad Toy Store is one to actually get a lot of the newer stuff there, but naturally Amazon, eBay, places like that. Target, checking things as well too. But naturally at this stage of the game, since it came out last year around this time, I'd probably start off on maybe Amazon, eBay, because you'll probably find it easier to find some of the figures, but things are at least twice the price now on average. They should be typically in the $14.99 to $16.99 range. But they go literally for twice that, you know, for a lot of them that are on there. And some of them are worth it because of what they are. So start off on Amazon, take a look at, and then maybe migrate over to eBay and take a look and see what they've got going over there. Erna, 785. Yes, take me home tonight from Eddie Money. You already know. Absolutely. Annette, I agree. A ghost or spider gummies. They need to have at least one more shape on that. One more shape. I agree, Annette. And that would really, really make it there. Sabas, I haven't seen the new Candyman yet. I want to. I enjoy the first one. Tony Todd was fantastic. He was actually, he played Candyman in the original version, and he was also the voice of Scareglow in Masters of the Universe Revelation 2 there. He just did an amazing job, but I really want to see the new Candyman for sure, and I'll be able to let you know, hopefully by the next time I see you guys in the next stream here, so we'll figure out what to do with that. ScottRush.com, are you a sneakerhead? No, not so much. Do you have a favorite pair of Jordans? Nothing like that. I was just basic Nike stuff as a kid. I never got into that whole market. I have some family members who are into that stuff, but I'm not into that at all, for sure. All right, so let's see, guys. Again, like I said at the top of the hour, we've got an Adult Swim collectible. I believe these are produced by Funko, I believe, for what they are here. And they basically are one off of each of some of the shows they have, as well as the Hardy Star. So which do you think this is right now? Let's just see. I won't ask for symbols or emojis here in the chat. Just kind of post off to the side here. Let me know what show you think this is going to be on the inside. I have no idea what this is, but what do you guys think? Yes, Lynn, Bat Gummies, absolutely. I guess with Batman as well, I should be liking that a lot more, right? But 9 out of 10 for that one still. So let's see. What do you guys think? I don't watch a lot of Adult Swim. I mean, Rick and Morty every so often I do enjoy, but at the same time, what do you guys think is in here right now? Family Guy? A lot of people think it's Family Guy or Rick and Morty. I have to take a look and see some of the other shows that are on here. One of them looked like it was Space Ghost I saw. There's a few other ones that are there. Curious to know. We should be taking a poll on this one to kind of see which one this is here. And just so you guys know, there is no way to tell exactly what's on the inside of this. So they just want you to go to Carl's Jr. and get the combo, and whatever you get is whatever you get. The combo at a pop, at least here on the West Coast, is almost 11 bucks. So that's crazy. Expensive, I know. No idea. My Hero Academia. Okay, from Jason. We'll have to see. We'll wait just one more minute. I'm curious to know, what show do you think this is on the inside from Adult Swim, this promo that they have with this? I like this. I like the idea of it being like, unknown, obviously, but I don't know if you can buy these toys directly. I mean, can you actually, probably should have asked, when you go to Carl's Jr., can you just ask to buy these individually? I wonder what they are. Probably just a few dollars, I would think. Nobody apparently knows. I don't either. Like I said, a lot of the shows I don't watch except for some select, but that only makes it harder because when I do open this and I don't know what it is, how are we going to know? So I'm going to have to take a look and see. So you guys are going to have to tell me if you recognize what it is, okay? So if you guys are ready for me to open this, give me a thumbs up here in the chat. And we'll know that we have officially caught up here with the chat mode. So thumbs up if you guys are ready, and we will definitely give this a shot just to make sure. Not Aqua Teen, okay, we'll have to see. Cool fun though, but pricey. Yes, I agree. It's 905 from Larry Nguyen. Yep. Actually 902. All right, we got the thumbs up coming in effect over here. Very nice. All right, let's open this up. The drum roll. I wish I had that sound effect going here right now. Let's see what this is. And oh, cool. This one I think I know. And the head moves. How cool is this? Is this Robot Chicken? I think that's Robot Chicken, huh? And the head moves on this. That's really cool, man. I like that. Look at the detail. I'll try and zoom this in. Hopefully it'll focus. I think all my lighting is blowing this out here right now. I think this is Robot Chicken, from what I gather here. But take a look at the detail. This is actually kind of nice. I thought it would be like a sticker, but these are painted. Yep, Robot Chicken. Look at that. If you guys like Robot Chicken, this is something that you're probably going to be on the lookout for sure. But this is actually really cool. Robot Chicken. I like this. I like the fact that the head moves on it. That is really, really nice. I forgot about that show too. Don't feel bad, Lord. I forgot about it as well. But look at that. Robot Chicken. He looks really good. Very bottom of him there. Looks like it's just kind of the basic. What's that say there? It looks like, if I can read that with this lighting over here. Cartoon, Carl's Jr. and Hardee's, it says. 2021 Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. And it says Cartoon Network. Trademark. Okay, so that's on one foot. It says Carl's Jr. Hardee's, and then it says Cartoon Network on the other. But very cool, guys. Very, very cool. Robot Chicken is going up on the shelf. And then once anything may show up that shows up from Hardee's, I'll be able to show you guys on IG and maybe on the stream whenever that decides to show up there. But very cool. Very, very cool. Robot Chicken, very fitting with everything going on here right now. And especially, I guess, considering the chicken sandwich goodies constantly coming out from everybody under the sun. So good times with that there. Maureen, you should collect those. We'll have to see. If they say, hopefully they'll send a few. That would be kind of cool. But I was very appreciative when they reached out for me and said they really enjoyed the content for that, and they were asking for information. So I verified them. I don't just give that randomly, but it was very good there. So yes, I'm definitely going to be putting this here. So it'll be hiding in one of the collectible areas up over here. Good times indeed for you guys. Guys, I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. It was definitely a lot of fun to put together quickly and just to kind of really go through a few things to show off Castle Grayskull, to check out some Trader Joe's goodies for the holidays. Finding out we got Robot Chicken over here from Adult Swim. Give me a thumbs up here in the chat if you guys enjoyed what you saw today. I greatly appreciate that. And like I said, I love doing this stuff for you guys. It's such a blast to do on stream. And I have such fun doing it and putting it together for you guys. But thank you so much for doing what you guys do, for being members of the community. You guys already know I'm humbled and grateful to be able to be here for you guys on these live streams, as well as putting out the content that I do for you, which you'll be able to find all throughout the weekend. And definitely good vibes I can see from Maureen Descatato over there as well coming through. There it is, the Robot Chicken. There it is, Annette. Awesome. That is the perfect freaking emoji right there. That robot is perfect. It kind of looks like him too. Look at that. That is very cool. That is very, very cool, man. I really like this. It's very cool. All right, guys. So shout outs to you. Again, the next video, the next review coming out tomorrow on the 25th. And again, a very happy birthday to Sammy. If you're still on here right now, shout outs to you there. Health, happiness, and success always, as we mentioned at the top of the stream here right now. The next review will be September 25th on Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then, of course, we have the live stream replay, which if you're watching this on Sunday after 12, here you go. You've made it this far in, and I appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed by now, you need to be doing that, because there's brand new content every single week, multiple times throughout the week, including live streams for the last 8+ years, every single week, if you can believe that. So crazy situation with everybody here right now. So let me jump on over to the stream over here just to close this one out. And again, to all my amazing mods who jumped on here right now, and to everybody else watching from the background who hasn't made themselves known, thank you so much for joining me here tonight and for being part of the community, for watching the content, for enjoying the content. Even if you're critical of the content, for letting me know, because it means that it's resonating with you in some possible way, which I appreciate, because even those types of comments do trend and they do help the video, so I appreciate that. But shout outs to every single one of you guys. And again, to all the amazing content creators, keep plugging it away, keep doing what you do. It's just a matter of putting out the very best stuff you can every single time. That's always the goal, is to keep people entertained and enlightened and informed. And a lot of you guys are doing that. And I love seeing it too there. I'm a big fan of a lot of you guys as well. And I appreciate you greatly. So Drew's Food Reviews, from Trav Tries, from RDR Food Reviews, all the other amazing content creators out there, keep doing what you do, and definitely let's just keep plugging it away. We're about to jump into October finally, and it's going to be an amazing situation here starting next week as well. So watch for the thumbnail to change slightly, as well as we get into the official Halloween content, so to speak. What we're going to do, we're going to find out, actually, because the things are still kind of nutty over here in Southern Cali, but at the same time, we'll see what we can do to make it a little bit more festive at the same time. So with that, this is Ian K officially closing out the live stream for Friday, September 24th. And like I always say, I've got brand new content every single week here on my channel, so why stay tuned for the next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Good times, everybody. I'm going to be here in the chat as long as I possibly can. It's usually about a minute or so before the chat finally times out. But if you guys are catching this on the replay, thank you so much. Take a look at that first comment down below. Find ways to jump into being part of the channel here naturally. A multitude of ways. And obviously on Patreon, you have a few other options as well down below. All the different ways to follow me on social media. And we'll definitely look forward to the next review coming up later this weekend, as well as into next week and then onward as we go, because it's how we do here. It's how we roll. So let's finish this out here. Here we go. I'm going to stop it over here in just a second. And again, stay frosty as well. Michael Domayer, I appreciate you. Jason Kroll, is that Sega Sports Talk over there? Thanks so much for jumping on. Ben Nguyen. We got Lynn Singer. Thanks so much for jumping on. Annette Cervantes, Maureen Descatato, Cat Dancers. Thanks so much for jumping on. And again, shout outs to you for catching me on the radio a few days ago. That was a lot of fun over here. AM 640 is definitely an awesome show, coast to coast. It's got some great stuff there. All kinds of UFO stuff and paranormal stuff and fun stuff. But in general, they have some other stuff too there. Naturally, that was one of the topics I jumped on. Thank you for catching me on that. It was fun. Sabas, great to see you feeling healthy again. Lovely situation. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't feel winded at the end of my stream like I was the last few times, but it's all good. Randy Molina, thanks so much for jumping on away again as well. You guys have a great weekend, and I will definitely catch you soon. Next review again, mañana, Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And with that, peace. I'm out.